beautiful people, and welcome back to the Empower Her Business Podcast. I am your host, Linette Cottrell, founder of Empower Her Advisory, and I guide women founders through designing business financial systems that bring relief and revenue. My calling is to free women from centuries of business structures that were not built with our feminine energy in mind. And I invite women founders to go further and expand their capacity to hold their increased wealth. As you know, Empower Her Business Podcast is all about delivering conversation, expertise, and solutions to Black women founders figuring out how to build a sustainable business and hungry for real stories that represent them. And today's conversation is for the woman who has had an idea sitting in her spirit, the one who's thought about it, and talked herself out of it, picked it back up, and maybe put it back down again. Because today our guest can tell you what it actually looks like to take an idea and turn it into something real. Today's guest is known as the Inventress. She's an inventor, entrepreneur, true mentor, philanthropist, keynote speaker, independent project agent, and a woman who has not only built products herself, but she has helped others do the same. She's the CEO and founder of Inventing A to Z LLC. Lisa believes when you think it and believe it, it can be done. Her business covers graphic designing, engineering, prototyping, manufacturing, marketing, and licensing. In addition to all of that, Lisa is the host of Inventor Spotlight TV and also the founder of a nonprofit organization, the Association of Women Inventors and Entrepreneurs. Her slogan is lifting each other up, 2 hands at a time, and sometimes you need a foot. I love that. Lisa, welcome. I am so glad you're here.
Oh my gosh, what an introduction. Thank you so much, Linette. Happy to be here. I'm elated.
Yeah, so let's start with this. Who are you beyond the Inventress?
Oh, I'm so mommy. I'm a mommy. I'm a grandma. I'm just loving a person who loves her family, God and her family first. And then all that other stuff happens in the interim.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I'm also an author.
Okay. All right. Author.
Yeah. So, but absolutely. And yeah, all of those things you mentioned, I absolutely enjoy. I love what I do as an entrepreneur. To have the opportunity to do all of the things we do as women is, it's greatness. It really is.
Yes.
So yes, you know it. You're an entrepreneur. This is what you do. There's nothing better. There's nothing more freeing than to be a person who can do what you want independently and rise and lift others. As I say, lifting each other up 2 hands at a time, and sometimes you got to use that foot.
Yes.
There's nothing better than that. It's so fulfilling, and just to be around other women and to lift and inspire makes all the difference for us in the world. And it's not just women. I do have a business where I help everyone.
Got it.
But I just wanted to mention that.
Got
but
it.
Women are my favorite.
Yes, mine too. So Lisa, you started inventing at a very young age. Do you believe that inventors are born or they develop over time?
It happens both ways, I think. I mean, because obviously I have clients who come to me who start developing over time, but the people who really go back to their ideas and inventions are the ones who have it in their spirit. I feel like I was born an inventor. I really do. I think it's in my DNA. Hands down, no 2 ways about it. I'm doing it as a 9-year-old. I'm creating as a 9-year-old. And not just being an entrepreneur, but being a creator, creating designs and creating products to work for me. And I couldn't do it any other way.
Mm.
And it's just who I am.
Yes, yes.
So for
I
many,
feel that.
yes. So for many, as you can concur, it's either in us or it's not, or we can develop whatever that thing is, but you have
Mm,
to have a love and a fire and a passion for whatever
mm.
whatever that thing is you're doing.
Got it, got it. So, walk us through like the first thing you invented at age 9. I mean, just think about that, a 9-year-old inventing something, right?
But
What
I mean,
was
I
that?
didn't even know it was an invention,
Uh,
so I say it now, but I
uh-huh,
look back to the things I would modify. So I would play handball and play outside all the time. I have to say, I was born in London, raised in Brooklyn by
okay.
West Indian parents. So we played outside. When you were in New York or Brooklyn, you play outside. We played
Uh-huh,
handball, we played tag, whatever. And my shoelaces would come untied.
uh-huh.
So I created a shoelace that would stay together and not come untied because I didn't have
Mm.
time not to play.
So that was
I
your necessity. They say the necessity is the mother of
love,
creation. So that was your
yeah, mother of
necessity.
invention, exactly.
I
And
need to play, and I don't have time to stop and tie my shoes.
no
So we
time.
need to create something to make this happen.
That's right. That's right. And it just went on from there. I mean, every single thing I touched, if it wasn't
Mm,
working for me, I redesigned it or revised it or created something to work for me. And
mm.
that's how it started. And then I look back and say, wow, that was an invention. I could have sold that one.
Ah, beautiful. I love that story because I think a lot of times we have to sit in retrospect
Uh-huh.
and realize things we've actually, oh, I was, inventing something when I did that, right?
Absolutely.
Wonderful,
We
wonderful.
all do it. I mean, 100% of you out there, ladies and gentlemen, you have a mental invention. If you're saying somebody should invent that thing, and I say, why not make it you?
Yes.
Why not make it you? You have inventions out there. You definitely do.
Love it, love it. So many of us, especially women, we have ideas, and to your point, what you just said, we don't act on them. We're thinking someone else should invent this, right?
Right.
Because we've came across an experience that caused us to have the necessity of it, like it needs to be here,
Yes.
but we don't move forward and invent it.
Hmm.
What do you think stops most people from moving forward to invent something?
The fear of the unknown. Who
Mm,
and who to trust.
mm,
Who are you going to trust to share this idea with? How could I possibly afford to do something? That's not
mm.
me. I see products on the shelf. I could never imagine putting my idea on a shelf. So it's the naysaying brain. First, we do it to ourselves, right?
Yeah.
And then we may say it to someone else, and that other person may say, "You're right. You can't do that. You can't invent that
Mm,
thing. Why would you?" So it's the naysaying brain, and then it's the naysaying others.
mm.
Or as I said, the fear of not knowing who to trust. Is there
Yes.
an attorney what kind of attorney would I go to? It's a
Mm.
very esoteric industry. Like well, who do you talk with?
Right,
You
right.
know, you hear
Yeah,
invention companies out there, but who are they? Are they going to rip me off?
right. Exactly. Are they going to steal my idea and then,
Yes.
put it to market, and how can I defend it?
Right.
So if someone's sitting there and they're saying, oh, I have this great idea for an invention, what would you tell them are the first like 3 steps? What are the first 3 things they should do with
Mm,
this great idea?
sure. So number one, everybody out there, get yourself a journal for your inventions only, because if you have one, you have many. So take a journal or a notepad, write down the idea that you came up with. Just write it out. Write it out. And then sketch it. If you can't sketch it, have AI sketch it for you. But
Mm,
sketch it, but don't say too much. So I'm pulling that back a little bit.
right.
Sketch it out. And then, as I say in my book, name it and claim it. Name the thing and claim it because it becomes real.
Mm.
Okay. So that idea, like, it actually comes to life. It will
Ah.
actually come to life when you give it a name.
Mm.
Okay.
I
And then,
love that.
if you came up with the idea, obviously it's something that you needed. And you're not the only one. We all
Right.
live the same way. If you
Yes.
invented it or you said, why didn't, somebody should invent that thing, and you
Mm-hmm.
start jotting it down and fooling around with it, it's an invention. We can all
Got
use
it.
it. So
Got
write it
it.
down,
Write
write
it
it in your
down.
journal, name it and claim it.
Name it,
Sketch
claim
it,
it.
name it and claim it. You own
Got
it.
it. So write it down, sketch it, name it, and claim it.
That's right.
Those are your first three steps. Wonderful. Is there a point when someone has an idea when they realize it's really viable? Like, I'm thinking of this thing, but how do I know it's viable? It's a
Mhm.
viable invention.
Well, I mean, if you look around, I mean, thank God for the internet, right? Don't plug it in though. Again, don't plug it in, because I'm one of those people. I say if I put it in, somebody else will do it, right?
Yes.
And that's actually fact these days. Today it's
Uh-huh.
real. So take a look around. What's the use? I mean, if only your mom is going to buy it, it's probably not. I mean, mom
Got
likes
it.
everything that you do.
Right.
So do your due diligence, see what is out there close to what you're doing. Is it something that's being sold? And a tip is, don't be discouraged if you see something out there like it.
Uh-huh.
Because if it's out there, great minds think alike, it should be out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? For
Hmm.
example, there's not one cell phone, not one coffee pot,
Exactly.
not one,
Right.
So yeah, so if you think that people can use it, if you're utilizing it, it's something that the whole world could use.
Mm. Okay. So I like that. You said if you're utilizing it. So when we go back to your story when you created the shoestrings that didn't untie. So let's say someone's working on something that they haven't created the prototype for because they don't have the material, right? So they can't say I've used it, but they feel like it would be very usable to a lot of people, right? So you giving us the instructions of write it down,
Hmm.
sketch it out, and name it.
Use tools from your house.
Mm.
You have things around the house. I'll give you the example. My next product, not the next one, but the product I put on the market. The
Uh,
first product I put on the market was called the Bosom Buddy Breastfeeding Cape.
uh,
Okay. So the Bosom Buddy Breastfeeding Cape was born because I had my son when I was very, very young. And I was very embarrassed to nurse in front of anybody.
mm,
So I said, you know what? The baby's got to eat and I have to feed him wherever. So I designed this breastfeeding cape so I could nurse my children in public privately. There was a need, it was a
mm,
necessity. I took a sheet, cut it out, created my own prototype. And, long story short, got it manufactured down the pike, not right away. Took some time to redesign it and develop it and make sure it worked and got it done. And I'm making it sound super simple.
uh-huh.
It's not as simple as that. But you could take those steps by using things that you have around your house.
Yeah, I like that. That really paints a clear picture for us, right?
Oh,
It doesn't
sure.
have to be complicated and special things. You can try it out with whatever's around you and figure out how to make it work.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
It can be done.
Mm.
As you
So,
said, you think it, you have faith in it, you take
yes,
that leap forward, it can be done.
love it, love it. So you've built a lot of products and helped others do the same. What would you say is the hardest part of this journey that most people don't see?
People are very impatient, okay? And rightfully so, because they don't know the journey. So I
Mm.
would say the time that it takes to have something manufactured and prototyped the right way,
Ah.
okay? Because you may have something in your mind that you think a manufacturer will automatically understand. And because it's a napkin or whatever it is. So it's a let's just use something basic, like my bosom buddy.
Hmm.
Simple product, right? Not so simple. Not so
Ah.
simple. I mean, it's a cape, it has stitching, it has Velcro, and you would think that that's something simple. Well,
Right.
the stitching may not be lined up the way you want it stitched. The color may not be right. You're going to go
Mm.
back and forth with prototyping until it's right. So it's not just a one-shot deal. It's over and over again until it's right. So I would say that's the most frustrating part for inventors because they don't realize the time that it
Right.
takes.
Got it. So they're thinking the first time it's going to turn out exactly the way I want to see it.
Correct.
But they have to go back with multiple iterations to really get it right.
That's correct.
So
And it
have
could be as
patience.
simple as a thread, as simple as stitching. And you
Mm.
don't settle because that's not how you want your product to look.
Ah,
So that could take time. Redoing a
got it.
stitch, redoing the
Got
color of a stitch. I mean, that's as simple as that. So that is, it is 100% the most frustrating part
Got it.
of the
Got it.
manufacturing product or
That
product
makes
development. It is.
that makes sense. I can feel that because as the inventor, you're anticipating getting your finished product exactly the way you drew it, you wrote it out, you dreamed about it, right? And now you have to kind of work through the process till it gets just right.
That's right.
Good.
Exactly. So that's
Wonderful.
definitely it. The time.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit about business building and some of the challenges of that. So in the first years of building your business, what are some of the things that you had to learn that you would say you had to learn it the hard way?
Learning in business the hard way. I would say I'm going to use my structure, for example. So my business is reaching out to buyers, having that communication, sending out emails, and assuming, much like manufacturing, that people are going to get right back to you.
Uh-huh.
Not how it works.
Mm.
You have to continuously have the mindset of continuously reaching out, and you're not bothering anybody by reaching out over and over again. You're being determined. So I learned through the years that you're not going to get an email response quickly, or back in the day when you picked up the phone and called people.
Right.
You're not getting a return phone call right away. So you have to understand that this is the way of the business. You can't give up because things are like that could be very, very frustrating.
I love that.
So that was a piece that I had to learn. Like, wait a second, I called this person a week ago, 2 weeks ago. They haven't returned my call. Well, you have to email again and again and again and change the subject line. Change. I've learned that over the years.
Got it. So don't just reply on the same email thread. Start a new email with a new subject line.
Yes.
Got it. I like that. I love the way you said you're not bothering people. You're being determined. Because a lot of us struggle with that, right? It's like, well, I sent them 3 emails. I didn't hear anything. I don't want to be a pest. I don't want them, to block my emails.
Yes.
But maybe they didn't see the first 3 emails, right? So you're determined and you're still reaching out more.
Yeah. Think about how many emails you get in a day, right? And you may not see the ones that came first. You have to do that arrow and go down and see.
Yes.
I say to people all the time, if I didn't respond to your email, I didn't see it. Send it to me again and again and again. Text me and let me know you sent me an email that I didn't respond to. I love it. I love when people are assertive like that and reach out to me. And so do they. So do people in business. Everybody's busy. We've got cell phones, laptops. There's so many ways that we can, there's so much communication that we're on overload. So make sure you reach out again and again and again.
Wonderful. I love that. So looking at starting the first years of your business, a lot of entrepreneurs have challenges with how do I fund my business, right? How do I get started? What do I use as the source of money to get started? How did you navigate money in the early years of your business? What did that look like for you?
I piggy banked everything. I mean, but that's my mindset. So anything I wanted, I had a special savings for that thing. From patents to prototypes, I set aside. I know that this is going to be costly. Cut back on that cup of coffee or whatever it is that you're doing. Yeah, I mean, you have to sacrifice. You have to make sacrifices. I mean, I was fortunate enough not to ever have to take out a small business loan, which many people do. And there's all that opportunity is here for you. I don't know how available it was when I started. I don't know back then. But now I know it's readily available. There are, small businesses are funded by community colleges at times. SBDC,
Okay.
Small Business Development Center. So all
Mm-hmm.
of those things are available. And had I known that back then, I probably would have reached out
Mm-hmm.
instead of waiting a year, 2 years to fund my
Got it.
my piggy bank for my prototype,
Okay.
for my patents.
So you saved over time
I
until
did.
you had the amount of money you needed to do the next step and the next step.
I did.
Okay. Wonderful.
I did.
Wonderful.
It was determination. I wanted it badly enough, so I saved my money to make it happen.
Hmm. So was there any time in your business when you felt like, or you doubted, you felt like, is this going to work? Is this not going to work? And how do you handle those moments when those things arise?
Um, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Sure. I mean, I think when you're doing anything, but I talk myself out of that because I don't want to hear that
Mm.
voice, right?
Ah,
I don't want to hear, I don't even want to hear my own voice doubting anything. So I kind of
right.
walk through things until if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Mm.
I push through it to see if it does. And if it doesn't, well, actually, if it doesn't, I try again. But sure, I mean, there's always a doubt. There are always doubts in anything I think anybody starting out doing.
That's wonderful. I just want to make sure that we make that point because a lot of times as new entrepreneurs, we feel like if I can't see my way from A to Z, right? Maybe
Hmm.
I can only see A to D and I
Right.
don't see the rest of it, then maybe I just need to stop right here because I can't figure the rest out, as opposed to everyone has doubts. Right?
Everybody does, no
And
matter what.
you just keep working through the doubt and going forward.
And
So,
shift. I'll give it a really good example. It's like pulling your closet apart, right? And putting it back together again. But when you're putting it back together again, it's endless. It doesn't feel like it's ever going to end. Walk out of the room, come back in and take a look at it again. And it
ah,
doesn't seem as complicated. And it's the truth.
yes, it is.
Put
I
it
can feel
down,
that. Yes.
put it down,
Mhm.
look at it again, come back, look at it with fresh eyes from a different
Mm,
perspective, and do it
mm.
again. Look at it again. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because it's
Yes.
overwhelming and daunting if you're just staring at it and not making
Yes.
modifications or shifting.
Yes.
Shift and look back at it again with fresh eyes. Take
Yes.
a nap, have a cup of tea.
Exactly. I love that. That's exactly what I was going to say. Take a nap, take a break, go refresh your brain,
Yes.
and then come
And
back
come back.
and you'll see it differently, right?
Always.
Yes, yes. I love that. I love that.
Yes.
So in the beginning of starting our businesses, we're usually solopreneurs. We're usually the only person wearing all the hats, doing all the things. So in your business experience, how did you manage that and not burn out? Like, did you have a system for, okay, I know I need to rest now, I know I need a break now, and put that into action? Or because a lot of us feel like we can't rest, we can't take a break. Things
Hmm.
are going to fall apart if we do, right?
Hmm.
You manage that.
I have to take a break. Like I said, I mean, I really do. I go to the beach. I take a book with me. I really do because you will burn out. If you don't step back from it, you'll burn out.
Mhm.
And I don't want to burn out. I'm determined. I'm too determined to burn out. You know what I mean? So I do. I have to refresh. I'll go to a spa, do something good for myself, go get my nails done, do something, walk away from it, come back and
Mhm.
refresh.
Mhm.
It's important.
Wonderful. So, sometimes we have these creative ideas, but we falter when it comes to executing them. So, what does discipline look like in the life of an inventor?
It's really hard for inventors, I have to say, because inventors are creative, right?
Mm,
So that focus is not easy. You got to
mm,
reel it back in.
uh,
Do one thing at a time. Write down one in that notebook I talked about earlier.
right.
Write down the things in one notebook and stick to that strategy. Stick to that thing so you stay focused.
Mm,
It's difficult to do. I mean, I overcame the floundering and the scattered behavior when I developed my first product and it was done, because it was initiated and completed. So my advice, this is it: complete a task. Complete a task so you can stay the course. You have to see yourself see something through in order to stay the course.
Got it. I like that. I feel like you're talking to me about my writing right now.
Oh, is that right?
So yeah, I'm working on a book, and I can get to a certain point where I'm like, am I really interested in completing this? But I'm thinking, okay, so what if I say I'm just going to complete a page today?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Then a page tomorrow versus looking at the entire, novel that I'm writing. Let's just do a page today. Then I completed something. Okay.
One thing at a time. In fact, I make quadrants. So I'll write down on a piece of paper. I'll take 4 quadrants and write down in all of the boxes what priority is. Write down those things and check them off. What's priority from most important to least important. Okay. Check them off and rewrite them again the next day until those things in those boxes are checked off.
I like that. Do a checklist. Yes. So you created Inventing A to Z to help others. What made you decide not to just build for yourself, but to help others in this inventor space?
So the whole, it was very frustrating in the beginning because I had no help, right? So I said to myself, there have to be other people out there like me who are developing products and not knowing where to go. There's no one to reach out to, no one to help. So my goal was to be able to help anybody out there who had an idea, who had an invention, who didn't know how to take it to the next level. I said, I'm going to be their mentor. I'm going to hold them up, lift them up, and inspire them and tell them they can.
Wow.
If it wasn't for my parents teaching us the power of positivity, I don't know if I would be doing what I'm doing, honestly. Because it's not easy. It's not easy. You have to have that motivation. Grab onto somebody that's going to lift and inspire you. Hold on to that person tight because you can lose it. So that was my goal, my dream, my aspiration to really help other people, because it's not easy.
I like that. Tell us a little bit about the power of positivity, your parents.
Yeah, so my parents were there wasn't anything we couldn't do. It was a yes, you can home. There's nothing I couldn't say I can't do this. Are you kidding me? You can't do. Why can't you do it? Give me a fact. Why wouldn't you be able to do it? I couldn't come up with reasons why certain things couldn't get done.
Right.
And that was it. And they would always, tell us we could. Yes, you can. If you're determined enough and you want this, if you want it enough, you can do it. There's nothing you can't do. By the grace of God, there's nothing you can't do.
Right. So tell us a little bit about your first experience when you were on a network. I forget which network it was that you were selling your product in. How did that affect how you reach out and help others today?
It was such an amazing experience. And I still feel like that now. It's just about 30 years later. QVC was the first shopping network I was on. And I remember walking through those doors and, meeting with buyers and saying, boy, this is such an amazing feeling. And I didn't see too many people like myself, right? Who looked like me at all. And even then I said, when I walk through these doors and I'm successful at getting a product on the air, I'm bringing everybody with me. I'm bringing everybody with me because I can, right? Why not share that opportunity with others? And it was amazing. And even to this day, when I bring people to QVC or HSN, I still feel that the gratitude. I feel gratitude. I feel so grateful. I still cry when I walk through those doors all years later because it's an opportunity.
Right.
It's an opportunity to bring other people. Today I was on the phone with Dionne Warwick. I'm bringing her, and I could say it out loud because it's happening. I say, don't say anything until the ink dries. Well, this is
Right.
happening, so I can say it. So even with bringing other people, not just celebrities, but regular folks through those doors. I said, when I walk through those doors, I'm going to leave my shoe heel in the door when I'm leaving because I'm coming back. That was 30 years ago. I'm leaving the shoe heel in the door because I'm coming back. If
So
they
you
don't
don't
open
leave
it
that
up,
gap there, right?
exactly. That's right. That's right. So I can open
Wonderful.
up the door and come back in.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was the most amazing feeling.
I love that. I love that. So what inspired you to start your TV show?
Good question. So what inspired me to start Inventor Spotlight TV
Mhm.
was everybody cannot get on QVC.
Mm,
Everybody can't get on HSN. And
mm.
only because there is a minimum of product. So there's a minimum order that they need to have on air.
Ah,
And
okay.
I mean, it's sometimes not necessary for a manufacturer to over manufacture 3,000, 4,000 units when you don't know whether it's going to sell or not.
Right.
So, I mean, it's a level of, I mean, do I want to invest this much inventory in something and not know it's going to sell? So on
Mm,
my shopping network, you can have a minimum of 100, 200 units to get on the show.
mm. Okay.
The minimum order and a great attitude to get on Event
Ah,
Spotlight TV. So everybody gets a seat at that table.
got it. Got it.
Everybody gets a seat at my table.
Beautiful, beautiful. And tell us a little bit about your nonprofit platform. You're helping women bridge a gap there. What is that about?
Between ambition and success. So it's
Uh-huh.
the Association of Women Inventors and Entrepreneurs. It's an organization that I started 13 years ago. This is our 13th conference coming up
Ah,
Sunday,
okay.
May 3rd, 2026, right around the
Okay.
corner. So I had spoken at so many different conferences all over the country and was just a part of speaking and things like that. And I would see that many of the vendors and people were left outside the door because there wasn't enough room for everybody to come in. And I
Mm,
felt, just like I said, everybody deserves a seat at the table. That's how I feel about inviting women into this conference. Women who didn't necessarily have a place to go or talk about products. I invite all women to come in and share their stories and speak on our platform. So it's a thing that I lift and inspire. We lift and inspire women to be the best they can be because why not? We can, right?
yes, yes. So I'm feeling it's and as I listen to you, I'm seeing a common thread between all the things that you do, that you have a heart for helping others, right?
I
Like
do.
I'm succeeding, but I also want to help others succeed.
Yeah.
And it seems like everything you are doing is centered around that energy of how can I help others succeed too? I
Lift
find
and
that very,
inspire.
yeah, very beautiful that
Thank you.
that's like the soul of everything that you do is really helping bring others up. So
It's
helping
important.
people bring their dreams to life. I
Yeah,
think
and you know
those
what? I have
places.
expectations. So I have expectations for those I lift and inspire. I have expectations of them lifting somebody else. And if I'm
Mm,
down, lift me, right? Lift me
yes,
up and push me up. I want to lift you and I want to lift you higher, right? But put your
right.
hand back down and lift me up.
Got
Lift
it.
others up. We have to do
Mm,
that. And I felt like that was lacking too. That was
mm,
another reason for building and AOE the way it is.
right.
Because I felt it was. I mean, in many of the communities I was looking at, I didn't see that connection, that love, that support.
Ah,
I didn't see it. I
mm,
mean, in many places I did, but there were a lot of places that were not. There were many gaps.
yes.
And so that's where I said, nah, we got to do this. We can do
Right,
this as women
right.
together. Let's join together and lift and inspire each other. And remember to lift the person next to you.
Yes, yes. So, of all the different things that you do, how do you manage it all?
I know. I love what I do. I just
Mhm,
love what I do. And I'm passionate about every single thing.
mhm.
And I'm not doing all of it every day. The podcast I have once a
Got
week.
it.
My podcast, my motivational Mondays once a week. Um,
Hmm.
I wrote the book. I wrote the books, it's a year ago. So those are,
Right.
I'm doing my touring and stuff like that. I don't know
Uh-huh.
how I do what I do. I don't know. Seems like a lot.
Yes, it does. But I like what you just said is you don't do it all at once, right?
Right.
So it sounds like you have a great system of scheduling how you handle things and when you handle things. And maybe some things are
Absolutely.
seasonal, when other things are down, something else is up. Because you do a lot of great work.
Thank you.
And
There is structure and there's organization.
yes,
There
yes,
has to be. There's no
yes.
way. I mean, when you said the things I did, I said, wow, that seems like a lot. But it's very organized. My conferences happen once a year.
Uh-huh.
So that happens once a year. My
Got it.
business, my day-to-day business is very organized. I have my consultations and, those things happen every day.
Uh-huh.
And I write things down. Not only do I write things, I type things and I keep
Mm,
myself structured and organized.
got it.
We have no choice.
Yes. So what does your daily schedule look like? Because I find that a lot of entrepreneurs they struggle with keeping their schedule organized. I know some people do block scheduling where they block out so many hours for a particular task. Some people do it by the day. They do certain things on certain days, right?
Hmm.
And then some people are just all that is mixed up together, right?
Yes.
How do you have, what would be your system for your schedule?
So my system is so I don't overwhelm myself at night. I do everything the day before. I structure everything that I'm doing the day
Mm,
before. So the things I'm doing tomorrow, I'm not going to sleep with. I know
got
it's done. I
mm,
know my list is checked off and the people I'm going to speak with first thing in the morning. So I have a schedule of what happens first, second, third. My podcasts are usually later in the day.
uh-huh,
But I have an organization and I keep the same thing every single day.
mm,
I'll speak with my clients at a certain time during the day.
got it, got it.
Just like I said, the quadrants, I write the things down
Mm-hmm.
and the other thing is I do the easiest things first. I get the
Ah,
easy tasks out of the way first and the
okay,
most difficult for later.
okay.
And the reason I do that is because if you have something hard in front of you and you have 10 things in front of you and five of the things are difficult, you're not going to get to the rest because you're focused in on those big things. For example, water the plants first. If that's on your list, water
Ah,
the plants. Get the plants out of
right.
the way. You know,
Yeah.
go run and get your milk. Get that out of the way. The
Uh-huh.
little things, right? And
Right.
then leave the big things for later.
I like that. Makes so much sense. Right.
Yes, yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, if someone's listening to us right now and they are sitting on an idea that they've just been running around in their head, what would be your best advice to them?
So take the information out of your brain, jot it down, or type it to yourself, email it to yourself. And, as I said, even if it's a business, write down the name of the business you want. Where do you see that business going? Where do you see yourself, not in 5 years from now, but where do you see yourself in a month? Take
Ah,
baby steps
mm.
into the thing. Is it something you really want to do? Write it down and move towards it. Take the steps and move towards it. If you have an invention, come to me. I'll help you.
Wonderful. I love that. I love that. Well, thank you so much, Lisa. Before we close out, I want to ask you if there's anything on your mind that we haven't covered that you would love to share with the audience. Feel free to do so now.
Certainly. I mean, I would say everybody out there who has ideas for invention, buy my book. It's the Inventress's Guide to Inventing the Right Way, All or Nothing, Now or Never. And that's the actual title. All or nothing.
Ah,
It's all or nothing, now or never. And I say that because we put off things like we talked about in the beginning. Why
yeah.
do we put things off? As I say, we have 5 minutes on this planet, guys. You know, we can
Hmm.
do that. Let's get the things done that you want to get done.
Yeah.
All or nothing, now or never.
Got it. Wonderful. So now I'm going to ask you, Lisa, a couple of fun questions so our audience can get to know Lisa, the person.
Yes.
The first one is, has there ever been any invention that was unexpected to you, something that really surprised you that someone invented that stood out?
Um, that stood out that somebody invented. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Let's go to the
Hmm.
next one. Go to the
Okay.
next question because
The
there's so
next one
many things.
is, has there ever been an invention that you've seen that you thought of
Yes.
And someone else
All the
invented
time.
it.
All the time. Because all I do is think.
Exactly. You're always thinking of inventions,
constantly,
right?
constantly. But sometimes I'll say, oh, thank God. Thank God that's done. I don't have to do it. So I don't have to do it.
Wonderful.
I'm not one of those people who says, oh man, because there's so much
right.
here.
I love that. I love that. So Lisa, if you could spend the day with any person from any time in history, who would you choose to spend the day with and why?
Oh man. Wow. Any time in history.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. I'm going to say, is it a day? I gotta get
a day, yes.
A day? I would love to spend the day. I mean, obviously it's Oprah, right? But I would love to spend the day with Michelle Obama. I would love to spend the day with her.
Yes.
She's great. She's light. She's open. She's loving. She's honest. She's caring. Oprah, no offense. I mean, I want to spend the day with you too, Oprah, if you're listening.
Right.
How about both of you? Can there be two?
Love that. Love that. Okay. And lastly, what was your favorite childhood game?
Handball.
Okay.
Handball. Hands down.
Hands
up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes. Loved it. Every day.
Wonderful. So Lisa, tell our audience how they can connect with you. Where should they connect with you and get to know more about the things that you do, get to know about your book, and follow you?
Absolutely. So go to my website. It's inventingatoz.com. I'm on every social media platform. The _Inventress is Instagram, and everything else. So just look up Lisa Ascolese and you'll find me. And love to talk with you. Love to share.
Wonderful. And we're going to put all of Lisa's contact information in the show notes, so it'll be there for you, audience, to connect with her. Thank you for being with us today. This was one of those conversations, audience, that reminds you that what you have matters. Your ideals are not random. They are invitations. And if this episode of our podcast spoke to you, don't just sit on it. Subscribe, rate us 5 stars, and share it with another sister who needs this information. This podcast is sponsored by EmpowerHER Bookkeeping and Advisory, a boutique firm for women founders ready to increase their revenue, be guided through better systems, and expand their capacity to hold more wealth. Please see our contact information in the notes. Until next time, trust what you've been given, move on what you see, and don't let another idea sit too long. Be well. You've been listening to the EmpowerHER Business Podcast. And before you go, I want to thank you for being here. If this episode supported you, please pay it forward. You can do that by hitting the follow button, rating us 5 stars, leaving a comment, and sharing us with others. This is how we ensure the podcast reaches more sisters in business. Until next time, I wish you the very best of joy, health, and wealth. Be well.